Welcome to Venator Chronicles Podcast, a revolutionary podcast
Not really.
by two dudes learning how to hunt.
I'm Dustin Jelly.
And I'm Ethan Taylor.
Here we take hunting serious and ourselves not so much.
So sit back, enjoy the laughs and lessons.
One-liner.
That was a good one.
Glad we didn't get that online.
Yeah, because I roasted you.
Unlike the coffee you got.
Are you hating right now?
I mean,
I was about to say free coffee, but then I realized you bought it.
you know what I'm saying? I bought it.
I tried to get the manliest one I could get from Starbucks for you. It didn't work.
If there is such a thing. So
There's
tried
not.
going local, but
There's not. There's a line out the door for some reason.
Because it's good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Have you actually? Never mind. The food's
Mine.
there. The food next door, super good too.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
not had the food from Duluth
They have
Coffee.
like a pistachio French toast. It's like an inch and a half thick.
I could have gone for
Super
that.
good. It's so good.
Man,
Yeah. Well, next time have me be your runner, producer, all of it. You know,
there we go.
dude.
Yeah.
I feel like there is a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Like
there-
we have not chatted
like
in
been
a
a month.
hot second.
It hasn't quite been a month, but it feels like a month.
It probably it has for sure in terms of what we've
A couple
recorded at
weeks.
least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a couple weeks.
okay. All right.
So,
Yeah, you're probably right.
but like a solid month since we've had an actual good record session. I think
Yeah.
the last one was just a quick hit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
which are we dropping that anytime soon?
Yeah, that one will come out this week.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Well, not the week that they're listening, but
Yeah,
the
yeah.
week that we're recording this. Yeah.
What time is it?
So it's the 29th of September.
Yeah. Not
We've
even
got some-
October yet.
You know what I've deemed this season already?
What's
this
that?
is the season of Dusty. Do you want me to elaborate?
Oh, yes, please.
Of course, that's why we're doing a podcast, right? So I can elaborate on everything. Way too much new gear for both of us.
I mean, for you.
Yeah. See, this is
I mean,
exactly what I'm talking about. This is right up your alley.
It's on par for me.
There's a ton of new gear being
Yes.
cycled in.
Yes.
And then you're seeing all the deer. So I'm thinking this is the year it all comes together for you. Like you're
Man.
flying high, in my
Man,
opinion.
That would be nice.
Now,
I could use this season.
do you feel, because I am curious about this, do you think you're going to see all the early season deer and then not see anything because patterns change? Or are you going to be just beast mode the whole way through?
Now you're setting me up.
I know. I'm gonna save this portion for later. I'm gonna clip this and play it to you at the end of the season.
I don't know. I mean, I've gotten on a lot of does, so I'm finding where they're at. But I also haven't been like super aggressive. A lot of all the sits I've done, I would classify more as like observation sits, where I knew I'd probably get in a good area, and I just kind of wanted to see what was coming and going.
But you're still like in the game, which is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so. This is something obviously, a boy would hesitate to admit this, but I have not seen a deer from the stand all of last year, minus our hunt,
Yeah.
and then archery. I have plenty of deer during rifle season. Doing deer drives, plenty of dead deer at that, and I haven't seen any yet this year, and that's 5 hunts in.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's
so,
rough.
well, none of it. There's just it's so. I mean, obviously, you need to be where the deer are, but like literally everywhere I've gone so far, like visibility is, I kid you not, probably 50 yards or less.
Yeah, that's rough.
So I mean, you're close to shooting range.
Yeah. I mean, you
but-
heard one.
Yeah, I heard one. There's that. I also saw a raccoon with you.
Yeah.
We
Freaking
went on
raccoon.
a little hunt together.
Yeah.
That was
We'll
yeah.
talk
We
about
got
that.
all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, no. So it's been an interesting season, and I've realized I've sat more than I ever have in September. Like I think historically I've only ever gotten 1, maybe 2 sits in September.
Yeah.
I'd never gone out opening weekend just because of schedule, and I made it happen this year, and almost made it actually happen
Yeah.
on opening morning.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Man.
Let's talk
That's
about
rough.
that. You guys can check out the clip on Instagram. Continue.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a clip. I don't know.
Well, you sent it to Seth and I, so we'll be able to.
Oh, jeez.
We'll be able to This is what the podcast is all
I
about,
know.
Dusty. You know, we're all going to be there eventually.
Yeah. So no, went
right.
out opening morning to my neighbor's place where I knew that does were coming and going. It's kind of a early season. It's even late season. It's where does like to bed, and I found a spot kind of that ran along this fence line of one of the other neighbors that I'd gotten does coming and going about 8:30 in the morning, and here we got the owners coming up.
Oh,
So,
perfect.
Yeah. So, and yeah, I figured it would be a good spot for opening day to smoke a doe, because I just really wanted to get some meat in the freezer, and went out, and lo and behold, it was right around 8:30 when I might have to hit pause so I can talk.
Yeah, that's okay. We can pause.
Talk to Ben.
Okay, we did a slight pause there.
All right, for technical difficulties.
Yeah, slightly.
Equipment malfunctions.
Yeah. So
but yeah,
8:30 opening
Yeah,
morning.
8:30 opening morning. Had 3 does coming in off the field along the fence line, and they started coming down the trail I've set off of. And rather than keep coming down the trail, they ended up like starting to go into the woods, kind of behind me, but west. Like I was set up, they're coming in north south, and they came in the woods, started headed west, and I was like, "Well, shoot, that they shouldn't be doing that."
Yeah, why?
They never comply. But anyhow, I was like, "Shoot!" I'm like, so I got down real quick because I thought I could maybe cut them off at this other spot.
Hold on. How far away were they when you got down?
I mean, they're probably like 40 yards, but they were like already in the woods out of sight.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of like where I'm at. It's like on a little bit of a hill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. And so they were on one side of the hill, and I was able to book it down on the other and run around and try to cut them off before they got to the yard of my neighbors. And as I came around one spot, one of them must have seen me. And then they bounded back towards where they were coming from. Like, okay, cool, whatever. Went back to the stand and hoped that, hey, maybe they'll come back in.
But also, wholly aggressive move, Dusty.
Oh, you know,
that's crazy. Opening morning, just running and gunning with a trad stick.
Yeah, I thought maybe I could cut them off. And bumped them back out into the field. And about 20 minutes later, half an hour later, they came back down the path.
So the wind must have been good.
Yeah, the wind was good.
So
yeah,
just the noise had probably bumped them, or did they see you?
I think it was movement. I think they
movement as in they saw you.
Yeah,
or,
I think they
or
saw me because they got further than I thought they would have.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or there was already another one over there that I didn't count for.
Well, that's where I was like, that's just crazy that they even came back.
Yeah.
How long? So it was 8:30 when you initially saw them, roughly.
Yeah.
And then you
like I
got
said,
down.
Yeah.
Was it pretty much right away? You
Yeah,
got
right
down?
away.
Okay. Yeah.
Right
You're
away.
like they're not heading
Yeah.
exactly towards me.
And then they came back about, like I said, between 20, 30 minutes later.
That's crazy, actually.
And well, it's kind of nuts. They must really like the spot, because I'll explain
Okay.
later. But yeah, they came down. They started walking down the path. I was like, sweet. And then instead of, like I said, I was set up north south, and over this trail that I had set up a mock scrape. But instead of walking to my right along the big main trail, they ended up like cutting back into the woods and walking to my left. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
And so I ended up having to like get my bow up over the.
Okay, so
the
you're
harness
facing
thing.
so you're facing the tree like in a saddle situation, right?
Yeah, yep.
And then so then anybody who knows a saddle situation, trees in front of you,
Yep,
and
trees in front.
that your right side's going to be your offside if
Yep.
you're a right-handed shooter, and so you got to do the big maneuver,
Yeah, big
which
maneuver.
is probably bigger than
Yeah.
a compound at that point.
I was like, oh, shoot. I'm trying to get the bow over. I get the bow over. I see one to my right that's working its way through. And all of a sudden I look, and there's another one off to the left that's already out in the field behind me. I'm like, I don't know when, like the youngest doe, when she got there, but she was just standing out there. I didn't have a shot at the one walking, kind of the medium-sized one.
Mm-hmm.
And So I knew there was a third one coming in.
And how far out are they from you when they're on your right side here?
No, they're on my left.
Or left, sorry, yeah.
So the two that are already out there, they all had walked within like 7 yards.
Shut up. The
like
two
pretty
that,
much, yeah,
oh my gosh.
yeah. And so, but at this point, they were probably like 15 yards.
Okay.
But they're kind of behind some trees.
Yeah.
And then, so I knew the third one was coming, and I could see her coming in. So yeah, she was coming in, and like I said, about 7 yards, pretty much right underneath me.
Oh my gosh.
And she was coming, and she was like right there. And all of a sudden, at one point, she like gets right in shooting range or an opening, and she like looks up at me, looks back down, and takes a step. And as she takes a step, I thought I could like quick draw, and I did that and did the little snap shoot or snapshot, and but right away, as soon as where I saw it hit, like just high and back.
High and back,
I did not feel good, like right away.
Yeah,
did
so
not feel good.
Would you say it'd be like a fair characterization to be like it was 2 inches like below the bottom of the spine
Yeah,
and about almost not quite mid body, but that direction a little bit? Was
I
it
would-
a little
I would-
back or was it right above? Where do you think?
it was
Like
it
above
was-
liver type thing?
Yeah, it was like
Okay.
right above like lung liver.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't back in the guts, but it was like back end of lung liver. But it had to have been right underneath the spine.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, we know what happens in spine
Yeah,
shots.
yeah.
I've done a lot of research on that personally.
Firsthand
One of the most
experience.
ethical ways to dispatch it.
But yeah,
unintentionally.
and so I was just shoot. But thankfully, I got a head-mounted camera I'm running this year for stuff like this.
So smart, yeah. Yeah.
Because that's one of the issues I've always had in the past was when I had taken shots or not. Like, I want that data. Like, I don't care about filming for like filming's sake, but I wanted that like shooting point of view to see, okay, where did the arrow go, like, and have like that because your perception of things.
Well, yeah, you have
most of the time is so far off.
Yes, and like that's where I've had some shots on deer. So like I had the 8-pointer and it was at like 12 yards and I'm on the ground like level with it, right? No, not even 12 yards. It was like 6 yards. And I shot it and I thought I heard a crash, but I wasn't filming. And I had a commitment I had to go to, and I was like, perfect. Like I'll let it just sit while I go to this commitment. And the whole time I'm at the commitment, it was like I started out after the shot like peak confidence, it's dead. What right? And then in like the 2-hour span, all of a sudden I'm like spinning. I'm like I have no idea if I hit it like man. Like it was moving to like it was. Not having something to like actually factually base your data on because it just became totally emotional, right? Where I was like, what if I lose it? And so that's where I think having that data to actually make like an informed, like, okay, we can kind of dissect this a little bit. Otherwise you're just living in your head. And I feel like those memories are not reliable.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and thankfully in this case, like, the camera and my perception pretty much lined up. Other than I thought the arrow actually went in deeper than I thought it would.
Initially,
Initially, I thought the arrow was just like barely went in.
Yeah.
But ended up watching the camera like it had the broadhead made its way through and it was probably sticking out a good 6 inches.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, she ran off and ultimately could not find her.
Yeah,
could not find blood. Couldn't even find the arrow. Don't know where it broke. I think it had to have broke.
Yeah, that sucks.
I looked all day. Thankfully being at my neighbor's, I was able to, went home for a little bit, got some breakfast, went back out, searched for hours, went back home, grabbed some lunch, went back out.
Yeah.
Just could not find
any
anything.
sign.
Yeah, I couldn't find
so
anything.
Tough,
But in that time of searching, I ended up, coming back to that spot a few different times, and twice, 2 different times I came back. There was deer in that spot.
That's crazy.
So they really liked that spot. And then I'm pretty sure later that day I ended up catching a glimpse of a doe that looked like it had a red spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Couldn't confirm, but and then. A few days ago, or maybe a week ago at this point, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It was a super foggy day. And my wife said she was driving home. She saw 3 does crossing from our neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
And that's they've had 3 does. That's like
Yeah, that's their.
and there's a
that's the
small,
crew.
medium, and large.
Yeah,
so
that's the crew.
That kind of I think said that she
think it's
survived.
doing,
and I didn't see any like birds circling, and I didn't hear any coyotes.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so
So takeaways though, I think I was really kicking myself for. I wish I had done it differently.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I either had because when she came through, she looked up at me and then looked away without a care. Like
Interesting.
watching the video, it was just
Yeah.
like interesting. Kept walking.
Mm.
I wish I'd given her like another couple steps. Maybe gotten out of because she was like kind of like quartering away from me. Maybe would have gotten out of line a little bit better.
Yeah. All right, we keep rolling.
We keep rolling.
It's gonna be like 3 or 4 cuts.
Life.
Yeah, literally. Okay, so it was quartering away.
Yeah, quartering away. I wish I'd either had let it keep walking a few more steps, or I wish I had just been drawn back fully before she came into the shooting lane.
Which is tough with a trad stick. I mean, holding all that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, to know the time to do that, because like I
Yeah.
can feel like I can get it with minutes holding
Yeah.
mine back.
Yeah,
With the let off.
I've gotta. I think work on seeing how long I can hold back.
Yeah, just give yourself like a frame of mind for
Yeah.
it. Yeah, no, that would be smart. I'm only wanting to say this as a callback for the OGs. Would you say the deer moved? The deer moved.
The deer did move.
No, so I was. It's only for the callback, I swear. I don't actually mean it.
No.
But with speaking of deer moving though, so was the deer? Because like from the video we saw, and obviously you can add more context to it. Is it like because I've been in this spot where I'm like, okay, that if I do a little meh, to like make it freeze.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I'm too close to do that.
Yeah. I
So is it like, is it going to startle more than pause?
So I was listening to some guys talk about that. And like in that case, like I don't think giving a little meh is going to do anything other than like if I needed to get it to stop because of a shooting lane. But in like that case, I didn't need to give her. I needed to get her to stop because that would have just alerted her even more to. I think.
But do you think at 7 yards, again, like obviously everything's happening so fast, right? It's like bang, bang, bang. But do you think at 7 yards, like your arrow's going to get there pretty quick relative distance-wise?
I think so. I'd have to set it up where I was already drawn back.
Oh, sure. Okay.
And to give the meh,
And then doof.
and then do it.
Yeah,
Versus where I was at, I was not drawn back.
Okay.
So it was just. And this is I was thinking about this like from a training perspective, like with jiu-jitsu. The hard thing with hunting is your only time, like your only experience getting practice is in the event. You know, versus like with jiu-jitsu, like I can train and I can simulate,
Yeah.
competition
Yeah.
rounds pretty close. Like it might
Yeah.
not be exact, but we can go just as hard, get and repeated rounds, a simulation of that.
Yep.
Versus hunting, it
So
would
it's
be
like,
like
you're almost you get acclimated to some degree before you're actually in competition type of thing.
Versus like it'd be how we hunt would be like the equivalent of me showing up and learning jiu-jitsu by just going to competitions.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's hard to develop skill, and there's really not any other way
Yeah. And you don't
to
have.
develop those little lessons, and they suck. Like I don't.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
hard,
like
harder
like
lessons, yeah.
no, that's just the hard like reality of hunting.
Well, and I've heard people say things like, oh, like even, with Bowfest or like competitions. And so far, and I haven't done like official competitions. I don't really have an interest in it.
yeah.
But like people have talked about Bowfest being like a way to train for it. And it's like, I'm
Not
having so
really.
much fun. This
It's
isn't
not really.
Yeah, I don't feel pressure
Like-
in that sense where
like certain aspects, of like the shooting end
like
of like
difficult shots type of thing.
angles,
Yeah.
But
But I hadn't found it to be true for me anyway.
Yeah, no, like it's such a different like there's different skills involved, and you're not developing the actual skill. Like, you don't have to worry about a deer seeing you draw back or having to hold for so long or all those, or having other animals around watching you where you like
like they can alert the one you're actually trying to, and that's where
you don't have to worry about the wind.
It does there to get the stakes even similar in height. There's just not outside of experience, like you're saying. I would agree with that for sure. I mean, I've even shot at other animals and I'm like, like it's not the same.
Well, that's the hard thing too. Like, we don't I was thinking about this too. Like, so that situation it's actually really similar to similar issues I've run into with competing in jiu-jitsu. Is like I rush things. I want to make it happen now. Like in competing, like, I want to get the submission. I want to get this done with. Versus like trusting the process and being okay with things taking time. That was one of my big goals this year in competing. Is just like, hey, slow it down. Just trust the process. Do what you know you need to do. And I realized that with that one situation with the doe was like, man, I rushed it because I wanted to make it happen right now.
Well,
and it's hard because I don't like have a ton of opportunities. It's not like we live in I don't live in an area where I can take 3 to 5 does. Like, if I lived in a spot, like, there's some areas around me, and I should try to next year get more tags and like options to hunt on the spots to where I can, like, hey, have those multiple encounters so I can develop those skills better. Not be so rushed and be like, oh my gosh, a deer! Like, as soon as I see a deer come in, I'm like, I need to shoot it now.
Well, and I'm literally I struggle with the same thing because it feels like the moment is always like going to be fleeting.
Yeah.
And I watch these, so like watching THP for example.
Yeah.
It always amazes me the patience they have, like, when it comes to waiting for the perfect scenario. And I'm like, and like part of it I wonder is like, is it that, like they get to hunt year round and like it's okay? But I think the reality is like it's probably just mature hunting.
Well, yeah.
To be in the game enough.
I think it's both.
Get the experience to where you're like, I don't have to rush this.
Yeah.
Like we're taking our time and then I think you just eliminate mistakes.
Yeah.
Right, ultimately. But it's always amazing to me how long, like, after, because every shot I've taken where I've done the meh, it's like meh, doof, like it's just like super quick, and I watch them, they'll go meh, and they're like settling for 10, 15 seconds sometimes, and I'm like, holy cow! Like, I would never think the deer would hold still that long.
Yeah,
and I'm just like shooting as soon as I like the meh is like halfway out of my mouth, and I'm shooting the arrow already. I'm like, no, So yeah, that I definitely relate to that moment, feeling like it feels like from the start of seeing a deer, it's like slipping through your fingers.
Yeah,
and you're trying to make it happen. Like as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
So and that's going to lead to mistakes.
Yep, and that's like when I was out Friday night in an area where I saw those does. Like, I actually had like, unless there was a really big one that presented like the perfect shot. I didn't even bother picking up my bow. Like, I left it hanging, and I was just like, I'm just going to chill watching these things and get used.
Yeah.
Like, I need that experience, and I need to get used to just deer milling around.
Yeah, just being around them.
Yep.
And I think one thing, like when I didn't have a doe tag, seeing, like, you kind of learn not necessarily what you can get away with, but in a sense kind of what you can get away with. Just being around them and being able to film them and just observe them is so cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And I think that's probably about the best experience as far as stakes can get without actually shooting at them.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like you just, I think you like subconsciously are learning, okay, like I can start to take my time, breathe a little bit. They're not in a hurry. If I'm not giving them a reason to be in a hurry, whatever. So yeah, well, there's definitely some solid lessons that, like I said, hard-earned sucks when it goes that way, for sure. But I'm hoping we can. I'm thinking you, like I said, I think it's going to be the year of Dusty. I'm not going to lie. I'm feeling very optimistic for you.
I'm hoping. So.
Yeah, and then there's how my season has gone so far. I mean, it's only
continuation of last year.
Unfortunately, no. Yeah, it's been interesting. I mean, you've got 6 hunts, right?
Yeah.
You've probably seen deer just about all.
Yep, all but last night.
Yeah.
Last night was the first time. Actually, like even going back to last year, there's only been a couple days where like I got completely skunked
Yeah.
as far
yeah.
as even not
That's
even
so
seeing
dope.
anything. So.
Yeah, that's so good. I am like, it's not that I want to hunt more open area, but I want to be able to see to like get information.
Yeah.
Because it feels like every set that I mean, I did find one spot that I'll probably do some observations hits in. But it feels like a lot of the areas are like kill sets, and I don't have information to make it a like
is it an
justify it being
actual-
a yeah, where it's just like all I can see is what I can shoot kind of
Yep.
thing, and it's like I don't know if that's actually where I need to be right now.
Yeah.
So try not to get in my head too much about it. But that's been a struggle.
We just need some good egg country.
That would be nice. Some agriculture would be dope, dude.
So next year, I think next year we gotta figure out Minnesota or Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Some,
you've been busy. You've been locking down some dope properties.
Yeah. Well, the one we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, you'll find out, but it looks sick.
Yeah, looks sick.
Was that the most recent one that you had sent us? Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that looks
Yeah.
good potential.
Of course, the private land, like so, the main like public ground that I'm hunting this year, there's a couple private properties just south of it, and the one has that nice field. And opening weekend, ended up seeing a really nice. I don't remember if he was an 8 or 10, but I mean, just nice size rack on him, probably 3.5, 4-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, that guy's got the land leased out to somebody else. So.
Stuff. Hey,
And then I've also tried getting the access to the property north of that, where they're coming from a lot of times. And that guy already has a couple of people hunting it. So I'm like, dang it.
I beat you to it, dude. They beat you to it.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting though. Last night I went out to a spot where it was a bur oak flat.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only place I've ever found anything that wasn't red oaks in the area. Of course, they're not dropping this year, but I'm going to keep an eye on that.
Mark those pins, baby.
Yeah.
Drop a pin.
Yeah.
Drop a pin. Yeah, speaking of drop pins, oof.
Thanks, Seth.
Oh, the dump pin. That's what I'm calling that one. No, I deemed it that before. I saved it on my offline maps or whatever, and I was like, oh, Seth's dump pin. 'Cause that's when he saw it, taking a dump. Yeah, no. I mean, I'd rather someone send it and check it out.
Yeah.
I mean, 100% there's deer in there. I went and checked out a special pin Seth sent me, and it's been probably 10 years since he's been back there. I know it's just thicker than snot. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
The clear cut is now no longer a clear cut.
no, dude, it was brutal. I had mud coming up like midway up my shins.
Jeez.
Like swampy. It was
nasty.
nasty stuff. And
There's something big back there, but
there probably is. And
that's why they're back there, because how are you going to get back there yourself?
yeah, and like there were some oak trees that were dropping, but again, like it was just so thick,
Yeah.
and there was enough of them that I was like, there's nowhere to like hunt this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so went and scouted this area, spent a couple hours like making a big loop in that area, and just didn't see a way to hunt it super well, and where I could justify a hunt. I'm like, I'm just setting up here because it's open. It's not actually like this is a spot.
Yeah.
And so then we can talk about equipment, because I was like, I just need to get more reps getting the stand up and down and kind of dialing in my system, because it feels like
Well, that's a perfect segue.
A very foreign object.
Let's dive into this. Is my favorite topic is equipment.
I mean, do we just want to start a new one at this point?
Maybe we should, because it will probably go
Yeah, so
along.
that gave us kind of an update, I should say, an update on the season thus far.
Yeah. We went out one night together.
Mm-hmm.
We got on something. We heard something snorting.
Yep.
Or coughing, wheezing, whatever. Probably 50 yards.
Yeah, it was blowing at us.
Yeah.
Well, we thought it was blowing at us, but we're like, it doesn't have wind, it doesn't have visibility.
I didn't think it was blowing. I thought it was just like sneezing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
okay.
what
I thought it was blowing, because the raccoon came out like 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
So I had assumed that it was blowing at the raccoon.
Yeah, which maybe it probably was blowing at the raccoon.
And then
Stupid thing.
I aggressively snort wheezed a train. The first one legit sounded like a
And the
short
first one
wheeze.
did, yeah, because we're
Like
set off like
crazy.
100 yards from a railroad tracks.
Yeah, and it was like,
And you're like,
and oh, dude, I was on that thing in like 2 seconds.
you do like aggressively snort wheezing.
Yeah, well, I forgot to tell you and Seth this. Because of my adventure into that dump pin, I lost my windicator and my grunt tube.
I got an
rattled.
extra one for you in the truck.
Dope.
Yeah,
Dope. I hope it barks, dude.
it does.
I can't wait. Yeah, so that gets us up to date. We're about 2 weeks out from our
2 weeks
hunting
out.
trip.
We're gonna go do a quick pre-scout Monday before.
Yeah,
We
pull some
got
cards.
Landowner sent us a nice picture of
Oh my gosh,
nice 8-pointer I'd shoot.
dude, I'd shoot that.
Oh yeah.
For on our trip,
man, we gotta get something.
I don't want to shoot like that was a mature, but like
Yeah,
especially
that was
when
a
you're-
3.5-year-old.
yeah, exactly. And I'm like, on our trip, I would probably shoot that just
Yeah.
for the experience of sharing that together, and I'd be happy with that. Dude.
Well, and it also
the
helped
mass
Yeah.
on that thing, I was like, dang, dude.
Yeah.
So that would be sick. Oh, also, I'm going to touch on this. So I was meeting with my insurance agent,
Okay.
Charlie, and it is so funny, the difference. So he's going on, I think, a 2-week hunt, potentially up to a month,
Jeez.
if needed, in Iowa, like southern Iowa.
For deer.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think he's waited 5 or 6 years
Yeah.
to pull a tag. And so he's showing me camera pics and stuff, and it's just crazy. It's this difference of like, and I know that everybody already knows this, but it's just weird. Like when you see it, and it's like you're talking and you're looking at it, and it's like, okay, here's a deer that I would no matter like I'd shoot every single time in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And now I have to. So that's like all of them are that.
Yeah.
And then once in a while, there's these 180-inch deer that you're
Yeah.
like, holy crap,
Yeah.
that you have to like try to hold out for, and pass deer that you would never pass
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And the like
The disparity between
between the two is just crazy,
Yeah,
and like trying to balance.
the Minnesota mind cannot comprehend.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, dude, this is insane. So anyway, I
Hey,
couldn't
maybe
get- I couldn't
someday
get
in the
over it.
future.
Yeah, that's right.
Someday in the
dude.
future, when we can take a 2 to 4 weeks off to go
Dude,
hunt. Dude.
I was like, dude, I'd come down just to film. That would be so much fun, being out there and getting some, like being in the presence of some freaking
just
monsters, potentially.
Built different.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, rabbit trail over with that one.
So yeah, no, it's been a good start so far.
Mhm.
I think
For some of us,
we've
yeah,
both.
totally.
Well, I mean, we've both gotten out pretty more than we have historically
Years
in
past,
September.
yeah, I'd agree.
So
Yeah, and
and now the leaves are finally starting to change and drop, and
mhm.
I'm excited. Like
yeah, the temperatures haven't. That's what's been
No.
wild. It's been like it's gonna for the next 7 days
Yeah.
at least. It's
Dude,
gonna
that's
be
where
70
I hope.
still somehow.
I hope. Then I mean, the nice thing is like at least it's been dropping at night. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's been like a 25, 30 degree shift,
Mm-hmm.
so that has helped.
That is helpful. Yeah.
But hopefully this warm weather and a hunting trip coincides with a nice cold front.
Wouldn't that be wild?
dude, that would
That'd be
be-
perfect.
So
All right, cool. Sweet. Well, you guys will probably get to hear about some of our gear adventures next.
yeah, where we get to nerd out.
All right.
Peace out.